So we're just on our way to see a Citroen C5 that I've seen on Marketplace. It's £275. It's chucking out blue smoke, and I don't know much more than that. So let's see if it's worth repairing. So here she is. I managed to get it home last night. It drove absolutely fine, to be honest. I unplugged the MAF sensor and it drove absolutely fine on the way back. My girlfriend was behind me and she said that the smoke stopped after around 5 minutes of driving. Basically when it got up to like halfway on the temperature gauge, just basically off of cold. So it could be something perhaps to do with it being cold and it not getting the right amount of diesel. Now, one issue that we have with the car, I'll just show you. So I have been running this car, I've been trying to diagnose what is wrong with it. It's been running at the moment for about between 20 minutes and half an hour, and it's absolutely fine. So now, I've only just stopped this car a couple of moments ago. It starts straight up. Runs perfect. There's no misfiring, there's nothing wrong with this car at the moment. However, this morning when I got in the car, bearing in mind it is about -5, when I got in the car this morning, it really struggled to start. Like, you think it's almost like it's not getting enough fuel. It's very close, and then you think, oh, it started. So you take your hand off the key, off the starter motor, and it stalls. And then you think, right, I'm cranking it again. It's almost started, and it stalls again. So I think it's fuel related. I think it's not priming the pump when it's cold, and then once it's primed, obviously like now, it'll restart. Now we're going to test this out again tomorrow. We're going to leave it now. It is around 3 o'clock. That probably is about the right time. So I'm going to leave it now until tomorrow morning. We're going to come back and we're going to see what it starts like tomorrow. Now at the moment, there's absolutely no smoke whatsoever. There's nothing coming out of the back that there shouldn't be. I'm actually really happy with this car, but it does need some diagnosing as to why it's smoking and why it's hard to start when it's cold. So it maybe could be a glow plug, it could be the EGR valve, it could be a number of things. And the other problem is that no matter how much I press the fan on, the fan doesn't work at all. So that really was a big problem for me on the way home. When I drove it home, the windscreen was iced up on the inside, so I really did struggle. But anyway, we got it home. So that's another problem. So they're the two problems. When I got this car as well, the key wouldn't lock and unlock, but now I've basically reset the BSI, I think it's called, the body control module, and now it mostly works, right? So now I'm pressing lock, doesn't do anything. Okay, doesn't do anything at all. Doesn't lock, doesn't unlock, doesn't open the boot. It's almost like the key doesn't work, right? And then if I give it 5 minutes, and I come back out, the key will work perfectly. So I don't know whether it's this BSI, the body control module, that's possibly causing some issues. That would be my understanding. The code that I'm getting from the computer is saying it's the shut-off valve. Now, I'm not sure whether that's a shut-off valve for the air or a shut-off valve for the fuel. It's coming up with P0215. That's the code. So if you know anything about this and you've worked on Citroens or C5s or 2-litre diesels, then any help would be massively appreciated. We'll just go quickly around the car. So overall, this side, it's pretty good really. There's one tiny mark there on the wing mirror, and I've just noticed actually a tiny bit of rust just forming here on the start on the wing. which obviously it was dark when I went there the other night, so I didn't notice that. This wing's absolutely fine, wheel's absolutely fine, and there's one little bit of damage down here. So it goes halfway through the passenger door and obviously the bottom of the wing there. And that, to be honest, is it. This wing mirror cover's really good. Everything's fine. Now the only other thing is here, this piece of trim. Apparently it's very common on C5s that they blow off, the clips break. I do have the piece of trim, so I will stick it back on. This one feels like it is on, a little bit loose at the bottom. So yeah, interior wise, it's got the half leather interior, and to be honest, like, it's done 160,000 miles. You wouldn't be able to tell. That's the worst bolster there, the left passenger's bolster. They're all fully electric seats. It's got pretty much every option on it. Yeah, the gear knobs are a bit worn, but the steering wheel's fine, the seats are fine. In the back's absolutely pristine, really. It's absolutely spot on. That's that trim that I was talking about. So they've kept the trim, thankfully, so hopefully I can stick that back on, assuming I get it running all right. And at the back, it's got a tow bar fitted as they used it for towing the caravan. And obviously the bumper's got a couple of scratches and scrapes. It's got reversing sensors, and it's got an electric boot. So you just press the button, and obviously you wait for it to go up. I've taken the engine cover off because I was trying to diagnose what was wrong with it. But if I can get it running right, I'm absolutely blown away with this car. 275 quid, yeah. Oh, there's some rust there and all. Yeah, there's some rust under there. I didn't see that. So on this tailgate and all. Let me just open that back up. On this tailgate, as you can probably see, there's some rust across there near the license plate. So, I mean, it's not brand new, don't get me wrong, but for what I paid for the car, I'm really happy with it. It's the exclusive model, it's the top model. The tyres are good. Tyres are really good all round. Brakes are good. Like I say, when it starts fine. I'm just gonna try now and see if I can lock it. No. So I've put a new battery in this key. I've tested it on my key tester and it shows that it's giving off a signal. So I'm thinking that it must be something to do with that body control module. But once again, I'll leave it there. If you know anything about these cars, let me know what I should do with it. Let me know if you know how to fix it, and any help would be appreciated. Thank you. See if we can lock the car. No, so I'm pressing the buttons. Nothing's happening. Right, which I believe anyway is another sign of the BSI failing, which I think is this fuse box in here. You tell me. Obviously the battery's not the best on it, don't get me wrong. I did change it from a Lion battery. If you know about them, they're absolutely terrible. So I did change it from that, but yeah, I'll try again. If you know anything, it's a 2-litre diesel. I'm going to try and change the fuel filter and just see if that makes any difference to it. The thing is, it's only kind of the first start that it really struggles. After that, it's pretty much okay. So if you know anything, I'll just try and start it one more time now. It's dead anyway, but you get the idea, right? Once it's got enough charge in it, it will start. It's just that first start is really, really difficult. It's like it's coughing, and then eventually starts. So if you know anything about it, if you could let me know, that would be absolutely great. Thank you. I just want to show you what this C5 is doing. So, see if I can unlock it. First of all, I'm pressing the key. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I assume that's something to do with this BSI module. I've just put my battery booster on. I'll see if it will start, because what's happening is it's really struggling to start. So like, it's basically almost starting there, like it's coughing. Just have to press go on my pack again. It's coughing, and it'll cough like that for quite a while. And then eventually it'll start. It'll run really rough, it'll smoke a bit. I've given it loads of glow plugs as well, so it's almost there. Try again without it being in gear. So it started. So that's it started. It runs like a bag of crap until it eventually gets past. So you can see kind of the engine rattling. That level, that stage, is probably smoking a bit, not yet. So once it gets sort of past that initial first level, it runs okay, you know what I mean? It's obviously, once it actually does start, it is not the warmest, so it's just starting to puff a little bit of smoke now, but it's not the warmest, it's maybe 1 degree, but I gave it five glow plugs, 5 heater plugs, without doing anything. But now look, it runs fine. Runs absolutely fine now. So once it eventually starts, I mean, don't get me wrong, it sounds terrible. Almost like it's trying to self-destruct. And what we got smoke-wise, not that much smoke yet, but it will smoke a bit more than that as well. It smells very sort of diesely. Now it's started. Now it's actually started. It runs fine. It drives fine. There's kind of no problems with it once it's actually started. The lady did tell me that I bought it from that it jerks sometimes, and it kind of almost feels like it's going to stop on her. So the only code I'm getting is P0215. They've just started the car once, yeah. Just see what it does now. See, this is the weird thing. I mean, it doesn't run the best, yeah, at the moment. Yeah, it runs terribly. Sounds like it's gonna blow up, you know. But then it's cleared. Very smoky at the back, very smoky. Very smoky now. Interesting. Very interesting. Plumes of white smoke now. Interesting. Obviously I'm revving the engine, yeah? Very interesting. But now you see, smoking. Sounds alright now. Doesn't sound too bad now. But then if we stop the car, so now we can rev it with no hesitation whatsoever. It is smoking pretty bad out the back. We stop the car. I mean, I can even leave it. We'll leave it just 10 seconds here. Does the key work? No. stinks, man. Start straight up. It's very smoky now. You see the smoke? It's very smoky now. Look at it. Could be a leaking injector, maybe, I don't know. It's very smoky now, like very, very, very smoky. Very hazy. So with all the smoke, I thought it'd be a good idea to look at the injector correction. And these are the codes that I'm getting back from the computer. So it'll start very reluctantly when it's cold. You can crank it and crank it and crank it. It's coming up on Diagnostics that it's getting fuel pressure and that it does eventually start. Now when it's hot, if you leave it half an hour, so it's fine when it's hot and it will restart if you stop it, but if you leave it between 15 minutes and half an hour, it just cranks and it's getting no fuel pressure. The only reason I know that is because if I take this Jubilee clip off and I spray a little bit of Easy Start in there, it'll start on the Easy Start and then it'll immediately die. It doesn't stay running even if I can get it started on Easy Start. So it's definitely fuel related because it will start on the Easy Start, or possibly even compression related, but realistically it's got to be fuel related. I've disconnected the EGR valve for now and I've just blanked it off. I've got a real blanking plate that I'm going to put on in a moment. And yeah, so my thoughts are it's high pressure fuel pump, or it's the injectors that are knackered, or it's the electronics, possibly, as in the under bonnet fuse box, that are stopping it from starting. The only code that I get is P0215, and it says that it's a power relay or a main relay. From what I've looked at, it's in the under bonnet fuse box in there. But if you know anything else about this, if you could help me, that would be great. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this fuel filter off, because I've heard that they can have a bit of swarfing, and if it's got swarfing, then it's the high pressure fuel pump that's breaking up, or so I understand. But any help would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. So I'm just having a look at a leak off test. This is my setup. Just put some boost tube out of a boost gauge. I've just cut it and put it on the return side on the injectors, so we'll see if it's minute 30 left. There's a minute 30 left on this test. These are the results, all within 30 millilitres. Roughly the same amount from each one as well. So guys, we've had a breakthrough on this Citroen C5. Basically, we're just draining all of the diesel, right, out of the tank. Because what we did is we smelt in the fuel filler cap, and we just took this primer bulb off, took a sample of the fuel. It's petrol, guys. So fingers crossed, if we can drain it all out, if we can get some diesel in there, fingers crossed it's not damaged the pump or the injectors. Hopefully that's going to be the fix. So we're going to drain it out now. It's only got a quarter of a tank in it anyway, so probably means that they've ran it on 3/4 of a tank with a mix of petrol and diesel. But as you can see, we've got his oil siphon, and we're draining the tank as much as we can anyway. We're going to fill it, basically brim it with diesel, and then hopefully all that smoking should stop and it should start on the button. So I'll keep you updated. So guys, I'm ecstatic, yeah, or at least at the moment. I've had it running about 10 minutes. I've put 20 quid's worth of diesel in it. I've just blipped the throttle just to clear out any remaining petrol. It now revs much easier, it starts much easier. It had like a bit of a misfire between 2.5 and 3,000 RPM. There's no misfire. Obviously it needed to clear the smoke out, but now there's not even a drop of smoke. So it is a bit warmer, don't get me wrong, it didn't smoke anywhere near as bad when the car was warmed up. So what I'm going to do, normally if you leave it 15-20 minutes after it's warmed up, it wouldn't restart. So what I'm going to do is just see if it's going to restart after 15-20 minutes. So fingers crossed. So far guys, it's looking really, really good. The engine sounds healthy, it sounds fantastic. It's nearly up to temperature. Obviously I've drained all the petrol, the diesel out, or the petrol out actually. So we are nearly empty, but I've just put like 10 litres in it just to see if it would run. I did disconnect the MAF sensor. I'm just going to clear any codes, read the car, and yeah. But the only issue now is that it's unfortunately run out of MOT. So I just need to get it on a ramp. I just need to have a quick look underneath it, check there's nothing it's going to immediately fail on, get it in for the MOT, and then that's it, boys. Yeah, new daily driver. So at the moment I've spent 50 quid on it, right? 20 quid of fuel, 20 quid was a crank sensor because it was coming up with a crank sensor fault. So you know, it may have been a problem, may not. And then what else did I spend 10 quid on? Oh, a blanking plate, EGR blanking plate. So at the moment 50 quid. This car owes me 325 quid. I'm absolutely over the moon. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still a couple of problems with it, assuming that it restarts and whatnot. The fan doesn't work, which it is actually an issue. I don't really care about it, but it is an issue because I can't demist the windscreen. So when it gets all misty or icy or whatnot, I can't actually demist it. Now, as far as I'm aware, it's probably the resistor. I think there's a resistor on the fan on these, so I'll obviously order one of those. And then the last thing, which is not an issue but is an issue, on the last MOT, it had an advisory for corroded or rusty suspension pipes. So I need to get underneath it, just have a look at them and see if we can do anything with it. But yeah, I'll report back to you when I've basically gone and had a cup of tea and see if it's going to still restart. I am really hopeful though, because at the moment it's running better than it ever has. All right, I'll report back. So this is the real test, guys. It's been sitting for 20 minutes. It was warmed up. Obviously I warmed the car up, and if it restarts, I'm going to call it fixed. So it really did not want to start when it was warmed up after sitting for 20 minutes. So we'll just have a see what it does. If it starts, I'm going to call it fixed. No. It did start. Okay. So it did start, but it took quite a bit of cranking when it was warm. Interesting. Very interesting. Any smoke? So it's the next day. She's been sitting overnight. Let's see. This is the real test now. See if it's going to start. If it starts first time, then it's 100% fixed. So I'll just give it one more heater just in case it makes any difference. Beautiful. Best it's ever started. A little bit rough just to start. A little bit rough like. But it could be because it's still got some petrol in it. I haven't changed the fuel filter yet. It but that's the best it's ever started. Started first time, it didn't crank forever. It's definitely a lot better. I mean, it still might need some, might be down on an injector, or I don't know, or the high pressure pump or something, because it's still running. Oh, there we go, it's cleared now. Best thing to do with a cold engine is rev it, eh? But that's it. See if there's any smoke. Tiny bit, but don't forget I've blanked off the EGR valve as well. I think that's probably an injector. That I'm gonna go get my computer. We'll see what it's saying on correction values, and we'll go from there. So these are my injector values now, after obviously taking the petrol out of it. So I'm quite happy with it. Way less. I mean, I've just blipped the throttle there. They all go to minus 1.96, but on idle they're anywhere from 5 to 25. But it's not misfiring, it's not doing anything. I haven't changed the fuel filter yet, so the one thing still that is just slightly an issue, if I blip the throttle, I get like a sticking point at like 1500 there. See, it's cleared that time. Every now and then it'll stick at 1500 RPM and sort of not go past it. But mate, I'm over the moon with this, to be fair. So at the moment, there, it did it then off camera, bloody hell. At the moment, it's cost 325 quid. It's a running, driving car that's had a water pump, it's had a cam belt, it's had a clutch, it's been well maintained. We'll just have to see if it's done any damage to the pump or the injectors, but I need to get some more diesel in it, because obviously I've got a very small amount of diesel in it. I need to get some more diesel in it, take it for a run, and see what happens after that. But yeah, over the moon. Super happy so far anyway. So this is our first icy day in a little while. Proper ice. So since we've changed the fuel in this car from petrol to diesel, let's give it a go, see how it starts, or if it'll start when it's cold. Give it a glow plug, check that the glow plug goes. Oh yes, happy with that. Ooh. Now the airbag light is on because I've unplugged the glove box to investigate why the fan isn't working here. But I'm really happy with how the car runs now, and I just need to get it for the MOT. I need to fix the fan, and then we should be good to go. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.